103 players signed up, 29 countries represented, and the player here is Benjamin Belhassan, an experienced player from France, versus the young junior sensation from Slovenia, Maj Badinovac, in a loser qualification. So it's loser go home, Belhassan to break. I'm joined in the booth by Graham Hickman from the UK, and this is George Teachea bringing the live action from Estonia. Hello, Graham.
Hey George, how you doing? Thanks for the intro. Yeah, looking forward to this one. See this young man in action. I haven't seen him play yet, but it's nice to see the youngsters battling through.
Yeah, he has a couple of. He had a semi in 2023 where he did very well against one of the other juniors, Jolene Schurman. He is a very young man. He's about 16 or 17 years old. 602 Fargo from Slovenia. And of course, Benjamin, his opponent, a 710 Fargo from France, also does some commentary for the Predator Group. So he's in the booth with us every once in a while.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Obviously, the young man, like you said, he had a semi-final. I think that was in the 10 ball. He picked up the bronze medal there, which is great to see. Obviously, a young talent coming through. Still yet to make the single elimination phase in this European Championship. So this is a big match. Big match for him for sure.
Keep in mind, folks, that there's a 3-point rule in effect along with the 3 foul, and the 9 ball is on the spot, so it changes the way it breaks a little.
Yeah, we've seen a few illegal breaks, George, already. It's interesting. Everyone's going for quite more powerful breaks because of that reason, whereas in the 8 ball we have seen quite some softer breaks to try to make those balls in the side, but it's very different in 9 ball. Those 3 points do come into play. We have seen some illegal breaks. Oh, 4 ball in hand here.
And a swing and a miss by Benjamin there with a 2-rail kick on the 3, giving the youngster ball in hand, and he gets to go to work. What a better opening than ball in hand.
Yeah, a little bit of work on this 5 ball, George, because it is a little bit in an unfavourable position, but he does have the 4 ball pretty close to the 3, so if he can land pretty straight here, he can just run through and play the 5 probably in the bottom left corner. If he can find the gap, unless he can come back even, maybe, and play it that way. See how he plays it. He's coming back. Yeah, nicely done.
Looks like he'll just slow this ball down and move the 6, go into it, and either come off the side of it and play it to the same pocket, or bounce it out and play it to the other side pocket. There we go. You know, the great thing about the European federations is how they help train these young men, and they expose them to professional talent at a very young age.
Yeah, great exposure. Gives them a lot of good grounding if they do choose to continue full time in this pool career. What a great shot there. It's unfortunate here though, it's left a little bit of a tester, and this angle is not nice at all. Coming round to have a look at this 9-1-9 combo, I think, George, because he can't do a great deal with this 7. Might have to just pot it, take his medicine and go for the combo, try to make it.
Let's see how ambitious he feels here. And the good thing about playing the combo, Graham, as you just mentioned, is if he stops the cue ball where the 7 is, he'll be able to play the combo and take the cue ball all the way back up to the table. The 8 ball may stay in the center of the table, but he's missed the ball. And
yeah, he tried to left it. Sorry, go on.
You're good.
Yeah, I think he tried to force that, George. And he tried to force it because he wanted to be on the left side for the 8 ball, but it was one of them funny ones. You try to force it on those kind of shots, and this can happen. And he's left a lovely anglement for Benjamin here. just to come across for the 8 in the same pocket.
Same type of shot to get to the 9. No, I thought he would come across, but he likes the nice smooth shot to the other corner. And now this is alternate break, so Maj will be breaking the second game. He is down 1-0. What a tournament we've had here so far this week. We've been here, what, 9 days now, Graham?
Yeah, and still we have 2 more days to come. We need to find out who's going to win the teams and who will be 9-ball champions across all categories. With the 9-ball just starting today, it's just starting to heat up, but yeah, it's been a fantastic event. Really enjoyed the mix of disciplines.
And a mix of champions, and we've had several from Germany so far.
Yeah, they're dominating. Yeah, that was the 20-year-old Turkish Cypriot girl. She won her first gold medal. That was such an achievement. Really pleased for her. Big moment for her and her country.
Big shot here from Benjamin with no promise of position. He's got to come all the way past this one. So will he even play it, or will he kick and stick the ball there? Kicking off the short rail and sending the 1 ball down and stopping the cue ball there. Well, he played the safety a little differently, but effective.
Yeah, I like your kick and stick shot. To be honest, George, it was better for the cue ball. It would have been more behind the 2. And now he has a little bit of a... He's going to try and separate the balls, but he hasn't caught that well. He tried to let the spin go across the table, but he hit it too full in the face. So he's left a chance for Benjamin.
Exactly. I think he should have gone for the bank there, because the cue ball is going to slide to the right side of the long rail, and that 6 and 2 would come in, would play big on blocking the shot. Plus, he would have position on the 2 ball. I like the bank there, a little more aggressive, but he is a 602 Fargo compared to Benjamin's 710. And I'm not sure just how much they use Fargo in Europe, but it's building, because it is an international ranking.
Yeah, it is probably checked in some way, but it's not something that's used in terms of tournament indications or any kind of handicapping, pardon me, or any kind of, not to my knowledge. But I think the key thing is that this young man is, well, he's young. So it just comes experience, but he's going to get a lot of it. He's going to be able to take a lot from these types of events. Like you said, George, playing all these top professionals and really getting to see what it's all about. The European Championships is just like a mini academy for all disciplines. So I'm hopeful that he's enjoyed it nonetheless and learned a lot through the other disciplines.
It truly is an academy, and Benjamin has already eyed this 4-9 combo to the corner pocket here. This could have an element of safety to it also. With decent speed, he slides past the 8 ball here, but I think he's going to make it easily.
Yeah, I was pretty comfortable.
And 2 games to 0 now. The more experienced Frenchman over the Slovenian sensation.
Yeah, and this will be last chance saloon for Benjamin, George, because his French team went out. They battled hard, but they didn't make it through to, I think, with the quarter-final stage now of the team. So a lot of players who are remaining, who are not in the teams, this will be their last roll of the dice to try and go deep in a tournament. Benjamin's hoping to make the single elimination phase after this. Also Madge trying to get through as well for the first time into a single elimination phase in this event.
And the one ball to the side, directly to the side, so that was very well played. He's got a nice 2-ball on offer. The 3-ball is going to have to take a little bit of work. Does he slide forward towards the 9 or try to get across? He doesn't have enough angle to go across and play the 3-ball to the opposite corner. So, how do you feel about this shot, Graham?
Yeah, I think he might just roll through, like you said, just below the black. Leave a nice angle to go up table for the 5, but that was a very close call to an illegal break, George, because he did put 2 balls, but I think the 5 ball must be just broken the headstring. We'll probably see from a topside view of the table at some point if he doesn't put it before then. But it was very close. But I agree, roll through past the 8 for the 3 in the bottom right corner, you think, George, and come back up for the 5?
I think so. I think that's about the only way to handle it. Unless he could actually roll through with just high English and into the 8, and he'll still have a shot at the 3. Just got to clear the 8.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a lot of angle, but he can actually pinch the pocket somewhat here. Yeah, he had a good call.
There it is.
Plenty space, nice angle here.
Good positional shot here using both long rails for the 5. Just avoid the side pocket. He's missed the ball trying to hold it too soft. See, I like using that second rail because you can shoot that a little more directly with a little bit firmer stroke and make it a lot more than miss it.
Yeah, it was a good call. I think just because the 5 is a little bit low, the angle he was coming off that 3, I think maybe he was worried he might run a little bit too high. But I agree with you, he probably could have played that a little bit firmer rather than going for the thin. Oh, what a great shot there. How's the pace? Needs to be off that 6 ball. And he's hampered again. Another tester.
The good thing about this 5 ball is when he shoots it, the position angle for the 6 is natural. It lays very natural. 2 rails to come to the 6 here.
Yeah, and actually he could get his cue through there, George, so it wasn't as bad as we first thought. So good chance here. If he's landed it pretty straight on this 6, well, he can't hold it, so he's going to have to go to the left side of the table here and play the 7, potentially in the same pocket as the 6.
I like that little stun here on this ball and just slide over to the long rail. He may as well just stop it there for the 8 in the corner and then the 9 in the same pocket as the 7.
Yeah, fully agree. Take away any risk of that white ball movement. Just a little stop shot. Nicely done, and it's been a nice little pickup here. That kick shot on the 3 was a little bit more trickier than it looked because it was a thin one, but he used his calculation method that players use.
What a joy it would be to be this age and playing at this level.
Oh,
as you said, a great academy.
Yeah, I wish I was some years younger. It's a perfect time. I said this to Mark just this morning, I think, and yesterday we talked about it. What a time to be a young pool player. Pool's never been as good as it is right now, and you know, a lot of these young guys, George, they don't have any war scars or, you know, kind of big match moments. They've done a lot of probably practicing stuff, but they haven't lost enough, if you know what I mean, to have those kind of worries. So they've got no fear. They just go for shots, and yeah.
I know exactly what you mean, Graham. Those thoughts and losses that stick to your head and to your heart, and sometimes when you see them and you're playing, they bring back memories that can get involved with the way you're playing at the time. No scars, as you said, and trailing one game, and that can leave a scar. Those little breaks when you lose the cue ball directly to the side.
Yeah, that was a bit of a miss hit on the break, drawing straight into the side. Did put a couple of balls as well, so he's removed a little bit of traffic, and this looks like quite a nice layout as well. He could go a couple of rails here for the 2 in the side, or I think it might even go past the orange 5, so I might even play in the side. Yeah, bit pacey though.
I'm not sure if the 3 passes the 5 ball. He's got a bit of an angle, so can he roll this, or is he going to have to go to the short rail on top and come back?
Yeah, I think he's going to go up and down.
Yeah.
How's the pace?
This 8 ball might come into play, but it doesn't. His pace is good. His pace is just barely. It looks like he has it. Possibly not the way he's looking at it.
He does have a bit of a power bank if he wants to play it and just stop the white dead if he can't bend it. Maybe he's perfect.
I like that, Graham. I like that. The way he's warming up, it looks like it. He does too.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Still needs one more on the 7. Just because the 8 ball there is good angle there, you see, doesn't go in the bottom right, so he really has one pocket to aim for here. Cue ball back in the same place, George, would be nice for me. I would take that.
He can bring it out. He can power it off a little bit. There he goes. Just smoothed it out, actually. Perfect.
Yeah, nicely done.
This is for... Go ahead.
Yeah, punishing him for that mistake on the break there. Benjamin, a nice good shot on that 2 ball and a good bank on the 4. Put the pressure on, and just while we're on this table, just to let you know, there is obviously table 1 as well running with the live stream. And we have a very interesting match on that one. Dennis Graba against Sander Tam, an all Estonia battle. Looks like Dennis is having a monumental match there. He's 6-0 up, George, so he's firing on all cylinders, it seems. Could be a quick one over on table 1 potentially. 6-0 there to the home man.
Yes, and keep in mind that Dennis, one of the top players, one of the top, if not the top player in Estonia, lost his first match to Walter Lightgree. So he's having to make a little bit of a comeback here, and he finds himself in the loser qualification. Not a good place for Dennis. He doesn't like being there. Not used to it either.
Yeah, you could have worse. You could have better draws in the loser's side, that's for sure. Trying to avoid Dennis in that side of the draw, be everybody's aim.
Do you like the kick shot here, Graham, or do you do a push out?
Well, I'll probably push out, but if you come back to that kick shot, George, it's a good call. I was thinking, yeah, that's what he's probably trying to leave. I think the young man might play this kick shot. I like where the 2 is, actually. If you just play a medium pace, doesn't need to play too crazy. He's giving it back, but I think Benjamin will play the kick shot right up the back of the 2 and just leave the cue ball, hopefully, around the back of the 9. He does need to catch a rail, though, not play it too soft.
Looks to me like he may play the ball to the corner pocket. Yeah, he tried playing the ball to the corner pocket and overcut it.
Wow.
And he's come out okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised there, George. That was a really ambitious one. Extremely thin, and if you're going for that kind of cut at that pace and you don't make it, you're definitely sticking it up. So chance for the young man here. Needs a friendly bump on this 7, I think. Maybe be able to roll it through and play the 3 on the left side. Might be alright, you know. Looks a bit weird, but he might be okay.
It looks like he's not going to catch enough short rail, or if he catches it, it'll just be close to the pocket. But it brings him nicely. 2 rails, possibly 3 for the 5 ball.
Maybe 4 rails, George. Judging by how thin it is. Oh, he's missed it.
But he over. Yeah, this is going to be tough for Benjamin.
How about this shot, George? Yeah, good call. Kick shot. And he could leave the cue ball at the top. Yep.
No, I actually like the rail first off the long rail and try to pocket the ball and bring the cue ball around for the ball hanging over the pocket.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, kicking it in off the cushion. That's what I meant. From the side rail, long rail. You could even just play medium pace and kind of take the gap between the 6 and the 8 on the 5 still. Doesn't need to power it if he doesn't choose to.
There's a system for shooting these shots, but it varies with the newness of the cloth, how the rails are grabbing. Oh, he could see the ball.
Wow. Yeah, who needs to kick when you can see it clean?
That's right.
Wow.
I didn't think he could see the ball. I thought he was fully hooked.
Yeah, deceiving, wasn't it? I think he's definitely hooked on this 5 though, so there you go with the system. Measuring. Do you know that system yourself, George? Do you know what he's doing with the measurements?
Yes. What he does is he measures the distance between the rail and where he wants to hit on the ball, and then he extends that to the side of the rail and gets a aiming point right there. He went too deep, and he gets the aiming point. Put the ball in. Just kind of measure. Most players will just use their fingers and then look up to where the aiming point is and address it. It's a good system. It gives you a good idea of where to hit. It's not precise because if the cloth is new, of course, it slides a lot more. If it's humid, it bites a lot more. So things can vary.
Yeah, there's lots of different systems, but there is some common ones.
You guys do it in Europe?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think it depends how you've been coached or not. A lot of players use a similar system, like you've just said, they're measuring the distance from the object ball to the rail and then duplicating that distance from the rail outwards to give you that aiming line. Some people use the diamond system, where you use calculations. Don't get too detailed because that might start to go a bit wild, but has he overcut this? Yeah, he has. Well, there's a few systems. I think everyone does their own way, what they feel comfortable. Yeah, me personally, I generally go off feel. I've always been a bit of a feel player and memory muscle.
I'm with you, but having a little bit of a system to kind of back up the feel seems to help. Instinctive player, for the most part, is what you sound like.
Yeah, pretty much. I've got a few little things that I do, but just more of a small little things when you're aiming. Just my own personal way. But I'm not a sight rate player.
As you mentioned,
like that.
It's okay. As you mentioned about the system, playing billiards really can help you develop more accurate ways of measuring and shooting. Nice jump shot.
Yeah, what a shot that was by the young man. Needs one more, but that was a fantastic jump. Wow. Fantastic shot that. Well done.
Yeah, this will close the gap to these two balls. He's got to settle down. Take a breath. He's got to be thinking. He's too excited right now. But he's too perfect in his position to let this one go, and he'll close the gap 2-3.
Yeah, what a great jump that was, George. Do you think that'll help settle him down a little bit? It was a brilliant shot to get over there, but also the 7 ball was fantastic as well.
It will, because he had success. He came with a big shot, and a lot of times players will miss the shot after the big shot, but instead he came with a good shot on the 7, like you just mentioned. So 2 big shots in a row to get on this 8, and then held his nerve. He looked unsettled, but he held his nerve and completed the run perfectly. So the young man should settle in. Maybe he'll settle down a little bit, breathe a little more. He's excited, as he should be. He's playing a player. What we use the Fargo rating is, 100 points more is, it kind of says that you're almost twice as good as your opponent. But of course, that's a rating system, and it uses data to calculate the rankings. And I'm not sure just how much data both of these players have in there. So how accurate can it be?
Yeah, it's probably just a good indication. Gives you a bit of an idea. But this young man can definitely play. And I'm sure the more experience. He's overcut that though. Where's the cue ball as well? Yeah, that's why he scratched. If he did pot that one, I think he would have missed the scratch. Probably been okay. But another chance here for Benjamin. 3 ball. It's a little bit iffy because of where the 1 ball is. He would love to draw this back below the 8 ball and just come back to the left side of his elbow there. He's got into it too much. Oh wow, Benjamin.
Oh, trouble here. Had to avoid the 8.
Yeah, it's a bit careless that, George. Ball in hand. He should have been a bit... He could have put that cue ball anywhere, really. Test that. He might turn this down. Just because of the angle and the bridging.
He may have a carom on the 9 if he chooses that instead. I think I would rather go for the win than go for the make.
Yeah, this is tough. Very tough. Where the 4 ball is probably could have been worth going, but yeah, I don't disagree with that. It was probably a smart shot. He hasn't executed it too well though. He might have left this, and if he has, it's a little bit of a thinnish pot as well, so a nice angle to come centre table for this 4 ball. So another chance for the young man.
He's come down nicely for the 4. Now it's just a matter of these last 5 balls. I like the fact that he comes up and looks to see where he has to hit on the long rail to come back for this 5 ball. And he just finished scratching in the side, so he'll be aware of that. Looking good through these.
Yeah, nice angle here to come up for the 8 in the side. Yeah, I like the way he's lining that up. 2 rails. If you go the 2 rails, you give yourself a much better opportunity for the right angle on the 8 ball. Just needs to put a solid stroke on this one. That's a 1.
Looks like he can get to the rail. Or does he look directly straight in? In which case it would be a stop. It looks like he can just... Perfect. He's perfect. And just to tie it up at 3. It's great to see such young talent competing with enthusiasm. And
Yeah, a few chances.
What I'm seeing. Go.
Yeah, they both had a few chances. I think Benjamin is probably could have been a few more ahead, but he hasn't capitalized on those mistakes from the young man. But it's very clear, if you do give Madge a chance and the balls are there, he's going to take them. So Benjamin needs to be picking up a few more of these chances if they do present themselves. You don't want to keep giving your opponent too many, especially with ball in hand like you had in the last one.
Yeah, if you give up those opportunities and your opponent hangs around, sooner or later, punish you for that. So,
yeah, obviously it's early on in this match, 3-3. Like you say, it's not so huge at the moment, but as we start moving towards 5-6, then it starts getting a little bit more tense. He's got a chance at this one, and with the 2 ball over the pocket, George, yeah, this is a great chance to just focus on the pot. Get the cue ball down the table.
yeah, 3-3. It's the beginning of the match. It's the settling in part of the match. Now we're getting into the middle of the match where your score can, if you get a lead, it can put more pressure on you. But it looks like the young man here has a little bit of an advantage, as he's at the table here and Benjamin's in the chair. Just a matter of potting this ball, and he should have a decent position for the 4 to come over for the 5 on the opposite corner.
Yeah, I think once you get on that 4 nicely, 5, 6 and 7 is relatively close. Yeah, that's okay. Just put a nice draw shot on this and try to get the cue ball, yeah, somewhere on the right side. He doesn't want to go too far to the right. It'd be ideal if he didn't have an angle where he was going to disturb the 6. Straight on the 5 would also be okay. Yeah, that's the angle I was talking about, George. Not sure if he can go around the back. He might have to go into the 6 ball here.
I would use some speed and go into it here, have the cue ball come up off the bottom rail. I don't think I would shoot this soft, because depending on where he hits the 6 ball, the cue ball could slide down behind the 7-9 and the 6 ball goes to the side pocket like that. So the speed helped them, and it was too much. Helped them and hurt them at the same time. Do you go for the 9, Graham, or do you play the safe?
Well, I think from here, if there is a nice safe where you can just push the 9 ball on that bottom rail and kind of roll up to the 7, I like that shot over the combo. Just if he wasn't bridging, then maybe the combo could be worth the risk, so he'd have a bit more control. But I kind of like pushing the 6 on the bottom rail. If that angle is on, just roll up to the 7.
I like that shot. I think it works. I think that's what he's going to play. Oh no, he played the combo, and in it goes. Wow.
What a shot bridging as
The
well.
young man gets aggressive and takes the lead.
Well, that's the no fear we talk about. Maybe go for it.
Well, you know, that is 9 ball. Even though he took the shot, it doesn't mean he has to lose the game. So when the opportunity presented itself, he did what the lower ranked player or lower rated player should do, is go for the win on the shot. And that's what 9 ball is kind of all about. But the safeties win you a lot of games, but so too chances like that he just took. and he came away with the win.
Yeah, a lot of courage.
I liked your safety, though. I liked your safety. I really did.
Yeah, he nearly scratched again, put his hand up and apologised. Tracking towards the side again, but gets 2 balls and makes the points. With not a bad opening on the 2 ball, he can go down off the short rail and back up the table. The 9 ball might come into play a little bit. Oh, he's going to try and punch it off 2 rails. I'm not sure about that angle. Just means he's got to put a lot more juice on this one, George.
I like playing that with just a hint of inside, and it looks like that's what he's doing. He's going to come to the bottom rail and up. Oh, he came around, just as you said, and it's cost him.
I just felt on that shot, when you're a little bit off straight, your natural instinct is to try to force the cue ball further to the left, which then makes you push the 2 ball further to the right, and just kind of gives you a bit more chance to miss it. Whereas if you play it up and down, well, I can't say anything too negative about the young man. It was a bad effort. Wasn't a bad effort, especially after that combo bank shot here. Oh, what a great bank! Lovely, very well done.
Well, it appears that Dennis on table 1 there has already defeated the young man, Sandler.
Yeah, I think that was something like 3 minutes a rack, is what I'm hearing. It was just incredibly fast. Dennis must have had plans, needed to get out of there quickly. Something. 9-1 in a blink of an eye. Incredible.
Yeah, he defeated him 9-1. So went through him pretty quick. The young man from Estonia probably idealizes Dennis Grave. A little starstruck maybe, or possibly Dennis coaches him.
Yeah, it could be. Always a tough match when you're playing one of your friends and countrymen. Shame somebody has to lose, because it is a losers qualification match. But nice to see the home support.
And this ties it up at 4. Neither player with a break and run. They've had decent control on the break, on some of the breaks, and pocketed a ball. And as you mentioned, we are using the 3-point rule, so they have to use enough power to get 3 balls past the head string or pocket balls. Bellhausen breaking, tied at 4, race to 9. Breaking from the side, playing the 1 in the left-hand side pocket. Little short, cue ball comes across. Here goes the 7. Shot on the 1.
Yeah, I don't know if he can get through there. Maybe has a...
Oops.
Push into a jumps, maybe.
I see what you're saying, Graham. I thought he had a shot on the 1 because I looked at the top of the 9 and thought that was the cue ball at first glance. I do that quite often. If you want to get a good laugh, I've actually done that. I've actually done that in tournament play where I approach the 9 ball like the cue ball and I start to settle in behind it to shoot it.
I hope you recognize before you shoot the ball, or your opponent tells you.
I have, but still, to even line up on the ball it makes me laugh. To find yourself making small errors like that. Oh, what a shot! There we go.
So he did have a shot on the 1, George. You were correct. played it well.
Thank you for saving me, Graham.
Yeah, the 4-ball must
See
go.
if he's going to go into.
Well, it must go, otherwise, yeah, I'm guessing it goes. But if not, like you said, he's going to have to play into them from this angle.
Yeah, just if it goes, he'll play the position. If it doesn't, he'll go into him. He's got the angle to go 2 rails or 1. Oh, he got the corner of the side pocket. He wanted to hit. Well, actually, he had to hit before that. He had to hit the first diamond from the side pocket on the long rail to get to those balls, and that's a lot of English for spin. Now he's faced with a long. Well, he can try to get behind the 6-ball. Oh, wait a minute. The 5's on the right. I confuse those 2 balls a lot.
Yeah, I still think he could play off the edge. Potentially play off the edge and come round towards the 6. Unless he's playing some kind of bank. I think he went for the bank. He went all out.
I'm with you, Graham. I like clipping the ball and coming around for the 6 ball, getting behind it, because now he's left this young man a shot. Does it slide by the 9?
Yeah, I think it might just do. I think it is. He could try it and drop it in the middle dead weight, just because the 5 ball is pretty close, but he's looking with intent down the rail. I think he could play it down the rail, even if he catches the rail about the last diamond from that angle. He should be okay. He plays at steady pace, nothing too hard.
Beautifully struck.
Clean as a whistle.
And this
Great shot. Does this have Hill Hill written all over it, George? It's got the signs of it, I have to say.
I agree. The young junior player takes a lead, 5-4. Maj Badbovinak from Slovenia versus Benjamin Balhazen from France. The more experienced Balhazen is in his chair, and the young junior player from Slovenia to break with a 1-game lead in a race to 9.
Needs to make sure he doesn't scratch. He's bringing that cue ball back to the side quite a bit. That's a little bit better. That's a lovely break. Could take that for life. Be the next world 9-ball champion. What a break that is.
You'd be at the table quite a bit, wouldn't you, with that break?
Absolutely. Look at these balls. Fantastic.
If he can keep the cue ball in the center of the table, he can run this rack with ease.
Oh, what's he played there? It's not a great shot, that, George. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away from the rail. I think he will. He looks pretty okay, actually. He can probably draw this up. Just take a little bit of a different angle on the 4, potentially.
Yes, Graham, and if he stops it just right there, he'll have the angle to go 2 rails forward for the 5 ball that's down here by the right-hand corner. See, he's got just the right angle. What? Yeah, that's a great shot of the angle that he has to go forward here. A little bit of right spin. He's coming back.
He's taking a longer. He's happy to take the longer balls. He's not so stressed about getting too close to his work. So confident young man. I think because what he's thinking, George, is if I just pot the 5, the 6 is also there, so he's maybe just happy to take longer stop shot kind of options at this moment on this run out.
I agree, but as we both know that the angles matter and they can get you in trouble. These long pots can cause things like that. Had he been a little closer, a foot closer to that ball, I don't believe he even comes close to missing that shot. But he's missed it well. Benjamin has to play safe. He's got a good one behind the 6, 3 rails. A little bit of spin here. This ball goes to the bottom.
Yeah, the risk for me here is if he doesn't get it behind the 6, will he leave a shot on? Well, he got good cover behind the 9, I think. He might have left an edge.
It looks like he did.
Don't think he can pot it. Maybe from the overhead we might get a better view as well. See if we can see if this ball is potable. He's bending it. Tried to bend it. Where's it going? It's going on the top rail. Could be in trouble here if he can see a little bit more than full ball. Even if he can see full ball, he can play this with just a little bit of left hand spin. Not too much because he doesn't want to scratch, but just play the cue ball off the top rail down in behind the 6. Could be a shot, George. Flirt with danger, but might be worth it.
He's playing safe, I believe. On the inside behind the 6, and he's got it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's going to have to play it 2 rail kick here, maybe. Unless he's going to jump it. That's what maybe he was thinking. No.
I think these youngsters just jump at everything, but let's see what he's looking at. He's looking at a 1 rail kick. I actually like your 2 rail kick version because with a little bit of hold up English, a little bit of left hand spin, you can complete it and possibly do something good on the 9. A good hit, but he's left an available shot. Opportunity for Benjamin. It's the type of opportunity you alluded to, Graham, and that he has to take advantage of these. These are the kinds he's been getting.
Yeah, he needs to stay down on this. Good pot. Lost the cue ball. So again, he's probably find another hiding place. I don't really feel like this bank is maybe as easy as the ones he's had previously. Yeah, he might go for it though. He could play a thin edge on the 6 and just try to come above the 7. Could be an option. Yeah, he's going for it. Kind of a little bit of safety in mind, but he was always going to put the 6 in the middle of the table.
Well, this young man in the long pots, I'd have to make him a favorite to make this. The position, he's going to go towards that side pocket in the 9 with the cue ball. Oh, does it go by the 9? Looks like it does.
Yeah, it is. This is a chance.
You know, with his age, they just go for these shots. Like he's gonna make it. He's gonna go.
As soon as that rattled and went to the side rail, I thought that's coming back. Seems to do that sometimes with the way the balls react from the cushion on those misses. What a fluke that is, especially at 5-4 in front. This 7 is thin, but it definitely goes. If he can reach it.
Well, this is the mid part of the set, so it's still.
Oh, what a shot!
Nice save.
Two
nice
big
save.
bits of
Two good rolls in a row. Yeah, if he misses that point, he's down on the bottom rail. Instead, he's straight in on the 9. And now a 2-game lead. And that alludes to your suggestion earlier that Benjamin better take advantage of his opportunities, because if he lets this young man hang around, his enthusiasm and tenacity will win a lot of games.
Yeah, I still think there's a lot of pool left in this match, George. I think there's a little bit of pressure that's going to come on the closer you get towards the finish line for both players. Benjamin's obviously a more seasoned player, and he has been through to the single elimination in the 10 ball and the straight pool, like I said earlier. For the young man, he hasn't yet made the single elimination stage, so this is a big moment for him in this match. It would be great for him to get to that knockout stage, but Benjamin will try his best to stop him.
And there you see the 3-point rule come into effect. He made a ball on the break, and young Maj will shoot at the 2 ball instead. Do you like the safety behind the 7, just soft?
Yeah, maybe need to have a proper look at the table again. I think he might have to play the 2 ball out of that bottom part of the table. Once we see the full table view. Yeah, let's have a look. You might want to play the 2.
That.
Yeah, it's a tough one, George, to play that. You have to be so delicate, that shot you're talking about behind the 7. You might want to double the 2 to the right side of the table and try and use the 5, 4, 9. There's a little bit of cover. Just double it above the side pocket. Could be an option. Yeah, he's playing an edge. Oh, what a great shot there. That was very tough.
This has a 2-rail element to it. Some positive possibilities out of this shot. He could come up towards the 3 balls in the center.
Yeah, good call. Would have been nice if the 2 ball had have went a bit further to the right side. I'm not sure. Do you think you can just hit this 2 ball ever so slightly past the 9, just close to the 4, and drop that cue ball on the 7 ball? Maybe even half ball the 7. Go up beside the 3. He's playing something else totally different. Wow, I think he thought he could get the cue ball out of there, George. That's why he went that way, but I didn't think that was on, to be honest.
I agree. I think he for sure thought he'd get behind the 5 ball there and not give up the 2. But it didn't. And the young man could open up the lead here, but he's got quite a few balls to run first.
Well, he didn't even want to go for it. Surprising. I know the 3 ball and the 7 ball is not ideal from that 2, but I thought there might have been something he could have tried. But he went for the safety. Benjamin's played a few jump shots in this match. He's potted a couple, so clearly he's handy with the jump cue. Oh, good effort. He's going to get second prize, maybe. No. But he has the same problem again, George, on his 2 to 3.
Straight in. Yes. 2 to the 3 is the problem. Because I don't believe the 3 ball goes by the 7 to the corner, and he's straight in, so he can't use the top. Oh, can he use the top rail? Looks like he's coming back. A long way back.
Tell you what though, George, from there that was a pretty good effort. drops this in the middle. Wow, that would be some shot from here. It's on. It's, if he's played this way, then for me he's kind of played to play that shot. So drop this in the middle, have a half chance on the 4. Oh, it's tough. Very acute angle there.
Good attempt there. He could have also played it to the upper corner pocket, but I believe he played what most players would have played there. And you would have had a nice position for the 4, easy to get on the 5. It would have won in the game. So I like his choice. Just missed it.
Yeah, but he had to go for it. He already committed on that 2 ball. It's tough. Don't blame him for going for it. But these are ones that Benjamin has to take for me, George, because he's had a few chances now. Needs to get this right. 7 to 8 is a little bit of K. Be great if you can get closer to that 9. Ah, that's a good shot. You can try and bring the cue ball kind of similar place to where it is now would be okay.
It lays perfect for that.
He's going into the 9, but he's okay.
He just put it in a better place to get position for. Is he going to cross? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he's good.
Closes the gap at 6 to 5. And the young Maj to break the balls here. In the 12th game of this race to 9.
Yeah, it was a big wreck for Benjamin. He really needed to get one on the board. The young man had a few chances there to try and make something happen. Unlucky on that 3, it was tough. Very high tariff shot. Again, he's gone for more of a screw back straight shot on the 1, but did pot a ball. I think he did. No, he didn't. Apologies. Thought he did pot 1, so that was an illegal break. Yeah, it's
long shot by Benjamin. I like the safety here. I like cutting the ball. He could also go forward with the cue ball into the rail and forward. He's not. He's cutting the ball thin. Don't run into the 7, Benjamin. Don't run into the 7. Oh, he didn't. And he's left it on. That was a erroneous safety attempt.
Yeah, I didn't really like that safety option because the 1 ball was always tracking with the cue ball. I thought he might have gave that back just because of the awkwardness. Always had a friendly bump there. Yeah, he can drop this in, I think. Looks like he's looking on the right side of the table. Can you get to the right side of the table here, George? I think he's going to have to drop this in.
I think he can cut it in, and he's going to go 2 rails to get to the 3 ball. Looks like it cuts right in, and the cue ball goes around a 3. Yes. Oh, no, he tried.
Didn't think that was on. He would have had to play that with quite a lot of spin.
Or cut it just a hair, a fraction more so to the opposite side of the pocket that he came in at. Good attempt. Staying with the safety. And he's found it. He's found cover. Easy kick shot. The only way to get safe, though, is to kick it to cover. It could go in the side, and it could bank behind the 8-9. Just use enough speed to get it to the bottom short rail. Oh, he can cut it in. I didn't think he could see it at all.
Yeah,
He's left
been a bit fortunate there. Yeah, he's been a bit fortunate there. You overcut that some way. This is also a little bit awkward because I don't know from this angle. Once we see the full table, we'll see what the angle is. Can he play the 3 into the 5 and for the 3 ball not to travel too much, or will it come off the top rail and back out? Let's see. Yeah, I thought that was a danger. It was pretty kind of obvious that was going to come out, I think. So you had to catch it so thin.
Yes, to keep it there. Good point.
Yeah, but this is an okay chance now. Yeah, he's going to have to put a bit of a draw shot on this, I think. Try and pull it from the right side long rail back over. Try and get pretty straight on this 4 ball. Needs to get over as much as he can. This is not easy. Don't know if he can avoid the 8 ball. He might have to try to thread the cue ball through the 6 and the 7 or something crazy. Can he miss the 8?
I think
big shot.
I think if he draws the ball, if he catches the 8, it serves him. Oh, he hit it nice. Very, very nice. Good English. Wow. It took nice there.
Yeah, best shot he's played for me on that 4 ball. That was very nice cueing, George.
It really was. I thought if he caught the 8, it would still send the cue ball up towards the 5, but not to the desirable angle he just got right there. Well, he can play himself back to level.
Might have to play into the 8 ball here. If he can just catch the 8 ball on the top side, he'd land perfect on the 7. Doesn't want to catch it low. Oh, he's hit the 7 ball. But he might have had a bit of a roll there. It's not what he played, but he'll take it.
This should be standard out for Benjamin here. He's missed the ball. Oh, I thought he missed the ball. It looked like it was way wide. I spoke way too soon, too.
Wow, there's been a lot of to and fro in this match, George. A lot of mistakes. Positional play, missed pots. It's had everything, and I just can't see this match going any other way than hill-hill.
And that's where it's headed. Here we are in the middle of the match, tied at 6. Race to 3 for these players. This is how it started, with Benjamin breaking. He won the lag. Instead of a race to 9, it's a race to 3. From here. Again, playing the 1 ball to the side. The 6 ball down, the 1 ball down. Did a ball cross the head string? I don't think it did.
No, I don't think it did either. And this is a huge moment because I think he's got ball in hand on this 2 ball.
May as well. It's a great way to start a rack. Straight in shot on the 2, the 3 ball easily available, the 4 ball nearby, the 5 ball close to that. It has the makings of a very easy and quick run out.
Yeah, I think Benjamin will be a little bit wounded there because he had a very good break. And if that 7 had rolled maybe another few inches, he probably would have been okay. Yeah, he's good here.
Graham, do they say Slovenian or Slovak? Which would be correct there? Not
Both,
sure.
I think. Yeah, both.
Okay.
It depends on who's talking, but yeah, probably both is fine.
Let's see if he follows this and comes to the left side of the 8 ball as we see it. Oh, he came straight down with inside English. He better nibble it. He was fortunate to come back up. What a shot.
Yeah.
That's a little too close for comfort. I think I would have gone to the left side just with natural. He put a little inside there. Oh, he settles for this long 9 ball. This is a long pot. This is a tester, especially at this stage, tied at 6.
Yeah, this is huge. This is a very, very big 9 ball in the context of this match. I think Marge is being ahead, nip and tuck, mostly for the better part of this match. Oh, bam.
Oh,
What a
beautifully
9.
struck.
Yeah, that was a big 9. Fair play. I mean, he didn't play the best of 7s, but he took what the table gave him on the black. Didn't try to push the board out. And that was a very confident 9 ball at 6 all, to be honest. Very impressed.
Well, to get on the 8 ball the way he did, and then to just settle for that long shot. I think he had angle to go towards it a little bit, but he didn't even try. He just stopped it right there and says, I can handle this.
Yeah, big break here now.
Playing the 1 ball to the opposite side. Yes, he is, and he made it. Cue ball gets kicked. Look at this 2 ball dress up.
Oh, what a chance straight away. Biggest thing I see here is this 6 ball. 4 ball next to the 7 ball there, George. I don't think it goes past the 7, so position to the 3 is going to be the key moment in this rack.
Do you like the rail first shot here for position? On the 3 to the side? Oh, he used the draw instead.
Yeah, I don't mind that, because if he draws it back that way, he could have a thinner cut on the 3 ball to come back across. So it's not a bad choice. It's not a bad angle. It's a tough 3, but we'll give him the rewards on the 4 ball should he make it. Needs another one here though. Is he looking for a long? Is he going to take his medicine? If he can just avoid the 7. Oh, he's going to take the long 6 ball, George. Hold your hats. He's taking his medicine. This boy doesn't fear any long pots. Could be coming into the 9 or 7 here. Anything could happen. Because I think he's going to put 100% into the pot. This cue ball is going to be tracking down this area. He's got nothing. Unless he plays a crazy one in the top past the black, George. What a shot this will be. He's going to go for this. He's fully committed now.
He has no choice. because I don't believe the bank's available with a safe cue ball. So he could roll up on top of the 9 too.
Oh, I think he's fully committed. I think when you play the 6 ball the way you did, you have a chance to get on the hill. I would go for this. Oh, maybe not. He's changed his mind. Shot clock might catch him out. He'll have an extension to take. He's not going for a 9 combo, surely. Wow, he did. George, wow, 9 ball combo from there. Incredible.
I wonder if he even looked at rolling up on the 9. Not sure the angle was there, but I'm with you, Graham. I think I would have gone for that shot.
Yeah, I just felt good. Has he hooked him a little bit, maybe? Not sure.
I don't think so. Judging by Benjamin's body language, it looks like he has the shot. He doesn't like where the cue ball is going to track to, though.
Yeah, he might just have to pot the 7 and take the long 8 ball if that's all he's got. I wouldn't be going crazy here. If you do have a pot, take it. No, he couldn't get it.
Must not have had the pot.
It's not too bad, though. This is a test star game.
Well, with youth on his side, and as you said, no scars in his head or his heart, this shot gets a little easier. But it is a tester. Quite the tester.
Yeah, that's why I thought he would have went for the 7 before, because he had quite an okay angle to play it up to the left side of the table for the 8, but hey, it is what it is. He's overcut this, though. Is he going to dress it up? He's left a bank, and it's a nice bank. Benjamin likes his banking his ball, so I think he's taking this. No real cover option. He can play like a semi, like a mid-stroke bank with topspin to come back to the middle of the table and leave a cut on this 8 ball, I think, George. Oh, he didn't even go. He went safe. Wow.
Actually, that's a very well executed save too, but I'm with you. If it would clear the 9 ball, I would have shot at the bank myself.
Yeah, that's a good call. Maybe the 9 was just blocking the path, because I do think Benjamin would have took that on. Big shot now.
Speaking of banks, how's that one?
That's the no fear. I was in my mind kind of thinking, if you missed that ball, I was already preparing myself around an experience comment, going for shots like that, but goodness me, what a bank that is. And that's just going to get him on the hill, George. What a moment.
And that's one of the things to consider when you have a shot. He may not have had a shot on that 7, Benjamin. So he attempted the safety and left that bank shot. Sometimes when your opponent has no choice, they can come with a shot, and it hurts. Benjamin needs 3 games. The young Maj junior player from Slovenia needs 1.
Yeah, that was a huge bang for me, George. Full credit to the young man going for that. Lost the cue ball a bit here, Benjamin has. How many balls did he pot? 1 or 2? Illegal break, that is.
1. He potted 1 ball, but still an illegal break.
Yeah, I'm I'm wondering if he's got an edge to cut this 1 ball in the side. He will go into the 2. But I tell you what could happen here, George. If he puts this 1 ball and catches that 2 half ball, he could push the 2 ball up towards the left corner and the cue ball's going up the table. How's his luck? It's not very good.
Not very good.
Here's a 2 rail kick. You could try and catch the 2 from the backside, from the right side rail. If he does catch the 2 on the right side of connection, he could send the cue ball down the table for some cover. He's caught it full. It's not a bad shot, this though. Yeah, not bad. Could have been worse.
Well, he didn't give it up ball in hand, but he's left a very nice safety for Benjamin, going 2 rails to get the cue ball behind the 6 and straight across from the 2. The 2 should stay there. It's leaked out.
Yeah. Not sure if he's got the same kind of shot, but this time he's going to play into the 7 ball a bit fuller. He's trying to hide behind the 7 ball. It's pretty good. Smart shot. Yeah, he's put Benjamin in a bit of trouble here. What a moment this would be to have a ball in hand. Talk about pressure, George. Should he get ball in hand, that is. He's got the jump stick out.
And Benjamin, with the flip of the hand, didn't like that shot, the way he executed it, but he made good contact. He's left an opportunity. He's got to find a window. The young Maj has to work some magic to get on this 3.
Yeah, he's got a chance here. Just get other side of the 6 if he can. Oh, what a shot. What a moment for this young man here. Talk about pressure. This will be a good test. Great moment for him to feel what it's like.
Well, in some of these tournaments, he's made the last 16, and he needs these balls here to get into the final single elimination portion of this tournament. That would take him to the final 32 or 64. Let me make sure of that.
64 it would be.
Okay.
Yeah, single elimination from last 64. This would be a big moment for him, because in this European Championships he has yet to reach the single elimination phase. So a big shot on this 6 ball. He looks a little bit straight. Might have to play the 7 from the bottom side into the top left, George. Not sure exactly on the angle. We'll see that from the main table view in a moment.
If he's straight in, I wouldn't mind playing the stop shot and taking the bank on the 7. But he's not. He had enough angle to come across and develop this nice shot for the 7 ball.
Yeah, he's a little bit in between though. He's going to have to punch it in if he wants to get the cue ball out. I mean, he could even run it up the table for the 8 in the side, but this just needs a punch. A little bit of pace on this, it will. It's not bad.
I actually liked your suggestion there of running the ball up for the 8 ball on the side. It laid pretty nice for that. Because now he has to contend with the side pocket. This could come into play.
Oh, we just stunned this in. Oh, he screwed. Ooh, that was a bit nervy. What a shot.
Yes, it was. That's why I said he has to contend with it. And this to close out the match. This 9 ball. And on he goes to the final 64, as you said.
Yeah, fantastic. What a performance by the young man there. It was a bit of a battle all the way through. A lot of chances, a lot of mistakes, a lot of cool shots, jump shots. It's had everything. So hard lines for Benjamin. Well done to Marge, moving on into the last 64. There will be one more matches coming on tonight, 8:45 p.m. on table 1, table 2. Hopefully you can join us for those matches. But for me and George, that's it for now, and we'll be back soon. Take care, everyone.
And hello and welcome, pool fans from all around the world, to the 2025 Epbf European Pool Championships being held in Kalevi Sports Hall in the beautiful city of Tallinn, Estonia. This is a 9-ball match between the under 23 gang. The 25 players here. You have Sasu Itamis from Finland and Karl Nadeberg from Estonia. They're playing 9-ball with a 9-ball on the spot, the 3-point rule and the 3-foul rule. And this is George Teacha coming to you live from the United States. And then we have Judas from the Netherlands. And here we go. Judas, bring us home here.
Hi George, indeed, Joris van Amersfoort from the Netherlands here. And happy to join you in the booth, in the commentary booth. So the break off here in this under 23 match. Are you familiar with these two players, Hitamis and Knadeberg?
Well, they both started playing juniors in 2018 in the Euro Tours. Karl has had a second and a third place finish in 2021. He had a win and a quarterfinal in 2022, a semifinal finish in 10-ball in 23, and a semifinal in 14-1 in 2024. So the young man from Estonia is rather well versed, and I'm sure he's well coached by his federation because he has some strong results. Sasu, on the other hand, again started playing at the same time in 2018, so I'm sure they've played each other many times. But in 2018, he was a semi-finalist under 17 in all disciplines. In 2023, he was a quarter-finalist in the 14-1. And then in 2024, he was second place in the 9-ball. So, sounds like 9-ball is his game.
Yeah, both are very talented players. Hitamis is the older of the two. I think he's 19 at the moment, where Karl is 17. So that's also 2 years, probably more of experience.
And they gained quite a bit of experience in these pool championships in Europe, playing all disciplines. And now they're here playing with professional players alike. I know Nadeberg is in the men's 9-ball. Itamis I have not seen.
I don't think he is. But indeed, there are so many options to play in pro tours and yeah, get experience on the highest level. I do know that Knadeberg also was playing in the Logoni 9-ball league in Tallinn. So he's up to the pros already. And there Sasu with the first rack on the board. One miss by Karl. And a nice run out by Sasu.
And Sasu will be breaking the balls as Karl started out breaking, I believe. This is an alternate break format.
Yeah, alternate break. And also the same length of the men's edition. It's race to 9.
A lot of play for these two.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite a long race.
They'll get their money's worth from these entries.
Sorry, one more time, George.
They'll get their money's worth from these entries. And 1 ball straight into the side pocket.
Yeah, and a shot on a 2. It's quite a thin cut, so he won't be able to keep it for the 3 in the side, I assume. So I rather let the arm go and go 2 rails up around back to where the cue ball is right now. and draw the cue ball from the 3 to the same corner as he plays the 2 in. If he wants
Let's
to
see
hold
how
it
he
for the 2.
handles this.
Yeah, that's a very soft stroke if he wants to keep it for the side pocket.
I think the 8-ball will help him if he goes 2 rails forward.
I'm not quite sure if he can catch that 8, but yeah, I didn't like his choice here. If you play it that soft with a lot of side, then it rolls away from your bottom line. Now early change of player in this second rack.
This looks good. Does the 8-ball go by the 9-ball to the left-hand corner? He just took a peek. And apparently it does. It's tight.
Played that nicely. So I like the pace that he's playing with.
Both players have a very nice pace so far, who we've seen. Now they're tied at 1.
Yeah,
what
I
a
think
great
a lot
program to
of.
grow up.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's you can determine to the countries and also, of course, the education that they get from their coaches. From Germany, you see a lot of young players checking the shot line, having another walk around the table. You see Joshua Filler do that same. Always have an extra walk around. I do know that Joshua is a quick player, but the approach of how to get into your shot, your preparation of your shot, is a way different than these players from the German players. So I find that quite interesting to see, and these 2 players are quite pacey, and to be honest, I really like to see that also as a commentator, as a watcher, but it can really help the players to find some rhythm.
Rhythm is everything about this game, especially if you're an instinctive player. If you're one of these players that's well schooled and you need the schooling and you depend on it, will you reach a rail is the question here.
I don't think so.
No. Sasu is asking, did you get a rail? And the answer is no, and he gets ball in hand. But yeah, the rhythm is very important for an instinctive player. And of course, those that don't have the instincts have to think about it, so they take a little more time.
Used his extension already. Draw back to the center of the table, shoot the 3 in the corner. Yeah, center of the table will be the friend in this rack for him. It's one of these practices that you play a lot. From every shot, bring the cue ball back to the center.
That usually handles about 65 to 70% of all shots. If you can keep it there in the center, the table becomes very friendly, as you just said. There's a very nice video from, I guess he's an old timer now here in the United States. He really pushes how to get to the center of the table from all angles.
That's a video that's available on YouTube. Do you know that?
I just.
Is that Dr.
What's funny is I drew a blank as to who it was. I had the video. I've watched it many times, and 25 years ago, I used to do it religiously. I just can't think of the player's name again. It just slipped my mind. That's what happens when you get older.
The second use brings some very nice things in life, but also some downfalls, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Run Out 9 Ball. I remember the name of the video. It's Run Out 9 Ball. So, Sasu takes the third game to take a lead, 1-game lead. On this table, we have another under 23.
Yes, Denis Laskowski versus Alexandre Florido from Portugal, and Denis is from Germany. And if you want to know the score there, it's 1-up for Denis Laskowski.
I've got it.
So Sasu made a ball, but not a shot on the one available. I think he's fully blocked on the one. He's going for a push out. At least looking for a lot of distance. And leaves a full ball view on this one ball, so Carl will, I assume, never give this back.
Of course not. He's got a nice stop shot for a safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's given up way too much, and he's stopped the ball.
Yeah.
And by the way, it just came to mind. It is Bert Kenister is the name of the player that does those lessons on Run Out 9 Ball, and it's all based on the center of the table.
Awesome tip. Thanks, George. And one of the most important lessons that I had in the strategy of how to approach a run out. So he did manage to roll into the one ball, but I guess again it's a foul because no ball touched a rail after contact. And this is all about that push out, to be honest. I think that the best push out you can give is where the opponent really doubts, do I have to give it back? I don't want to give it back, but I don't want to take it on either. If you can accomplish that, then I think that's the perfect position for a push out. And in this case it was just too easy for Carl to take that shot on.
I totally agree. A good push out is one that they put you back in because you have a plan. And on the last push out we just saw, there was no plan because he gave up a very available safety. But Carl now playing this little safe behind us. So he got a kiss. He was going behind the 5 ball with the cue ball. And it looks like he got a little bit tentative there and didn't finish the stroke.
Yeah, even without the double kiss, I don't think he would have made it to the 5 ball. Played it quite soft.
So that tells me he's got some nerves running inside still. You'll have to play him out. It's a race to 9, so he has time.
Going around the 9 and the 10? No. He pushed, almost flew the 9 there.
He almost did. The beauty of 9 ball would have been on full display there.
And he's quite lucky to have a shot on the 5. Now, is he going to play this with inside? Outside is being blocked by the 7, so he has to stay at the right side of the 7 and the 8 in order to get position. He's flipped the 7.
2 at a time.
Wow. Yeah, in 9 ball, that's all option. That's all okay. As long as you hit the lowest ball first, ball with the lowest number. Hit that also a little bit thicker than he wanted, therefore he drifted off quite a lot. And this is a tricky 6-ball down the rail. Nicely done.
Beautiful shot.
Not out of the woods yet, because he fell pretty low on this 8-ball. Have to cut it to the side pocket. The 9 is waiting there, so that's all fine. But this shot is not easy. Yes, well done. With this 9, Sasu has an early lead. 2 racks to 1.
Nice cut down the rail there on that 6-ball for Sasu. And now leads 2-1, 3-1. I thought it was 3-1 when you said, yeah, it's 3-1.
Yeah, sorry. He has a 2 rack lead, so it's 3-1.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Perfect.
Yes.
And back to Nadeberg breaking the balls here. There goes the 2-ball. Is he going to get there? Yes, it is. And no shot on the 1. A kick and stick available or a push out. I like the kick and stick here.
Me too.
It's off the rail a little bit, but it should stick. He can stick it.
Watch out for the scratch in the corner with the cue ball. Oh, that's lovely. Perfect.
Executed it well. He can bend this a little bit.
Bended it too much?
Little too much. Caught the rail a little too soon.
So
Or too late, actually. Now, good chance for Carl here. He's going to take a soft approach to it. Take the long pot on the 3 for a... You might as well come back a little bit for the 4. The problem is he's going to be on the rail, so he won't be able to elevate. He'll have to elevate to get back for the 5.
2 times in a row, Carl is not happy with his position. He didn't want to fall straight on the 3, and now overcut it a little bit. And he's going to get close to that side pocket.
He's made a good choice to come around there, and a beautiful shot too. Take the cue ball around the 6-8, 3 rails for position on the 4. On this 5. And look what he's accomplished now.
Yeah.
Oops.
Some great recoveries.
Yep. He's gonna have to recover here. He overran it a little bit. He should be okay.
Yeah, and he will definitely want to come high on the 7. And he fell low on the 7. Meaning after contact with the 7 he will definitely run into the 9. So I guess he will force it a little bit. Force it and play it through the 9 wall.
I think I would have just tried to stop it off the 8, off the 9 there. But now he's left himself a long shot.
Yeah, and that
Hard
9
to
ball
get the
even
cue ball.
took. Yeah, that's it. Gotta smash it in if he wants to go 2 rails around. Made it, but how's the pace? It's too short. Yeah, there was a long way around the corners. Now the
Let's
bank
see what he
shot
does
to the
with
bottom
this.
right. He'll take on the bank. Hit it way too full. But played it with such a way that he knew it was going to be safety in mind. So
He's played it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Juris.
Yeah, it was definitely a two-way bank, and with the focus mostly on the safety side.
Well, as far as safeties go, it's pretty good because it forces his opponent to bank the ball, but this is a makeable bank. And I think Sasu will take it on. And make it for a 3-game lead now.
Yes, 4-1. This is a winner's qualification, meaning the winner will advance into the last 16. And the loser is not out yet. He's gonna get a second chance at the loser qualification. And the loser will play Lazar Kostic from Slovakia, I guess.
Some good information there for these under 23 players. There was 25 players in this tournament, under 23, so a young crowd for the European Championships. Many of them playing in the men's open, in the men's tournaments. I saw one of who was that I see earlier? Is it Emil Gangflot that's also under 23?
Gangflot?
And in this?
Yeah.
Gangflot, yeah. Strong player for this division. Felix Vogel should be here too, probably, I'm thinking.
I think he's not
Germany.
playing in this under 23 edition because he really wants to focus now on the men's discipline.
He's part of the German team, so he is moving up to the men. Staying with them, I could fully understand that.
So
top player.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sasu is doing a great job too. He's going to draw the cue ball in between the 7 and the 9. It's to stop. I think he's just there.
There with the angle to go to the 6. Sasu making this look like a runaway. Getting his extension. He'll probably stay on the same side for the 8 ball. I don't think he'll go around for the 8-9 combo.
No, he's going forward with some inside English.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be interesting because he falls high on the 8 ball, meaning he has to calculate the notch with it. A little notch on the 9 would be perfect. He could avoid it. Well, for most of it, you just saw it a little movement, but managed to keep the 9 ball there. And this easy 9 ball takes him to a 5-1 lead. Now that's going to be how do you call that?
It's going to be hard to overcome.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder. I do think
Well,
that the
he's
balls are not rolling in favor of Carl at the moment. He didn't get a real shot after the break. But yeah, the
no,
momentum is definitely a Sasu.
yeah, it just things are looking good for Sasu here, but Nadeber's going to have to find his way to get back in this match. He's not out of it. You know, if he can steal one of Sasu's breaks and then a break and run of his own or a win of his own, gets him 2 games, he closes the gap. So he's got his work cut out. Can't let him extend his lead.
Maybe I would have expected him to take a timeout after, actually just before this rack, but if this is not going into Carl's way, I would definitely advise him to take a timeout. Now, was this intentional? He doesn't
See, now he
tap the table as an excuse. To be honest, I thought he would take the cut shot on. And I think he hit it real first.
nice hit there. You know, Sasu got a good roll there, and Carl made a great hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Still cuts to the side pocket. The 2 ball is hanging over the pocket, so all good news for Sasu now. Gotta watch out with that 4 ball.
He's run into it. Now, can you go rail first on this 2 ball?
To be honest, I don't think so. And maybe he has the edge directly of the 2 ball. That would really help him out. Now he's going real first, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he can get there with this.
He did.
Good shot there. Now a little. You know, he can get underneath it. 2 rails to go to the 4. Oh, he's going to go straight up. Nice angle to go to the 5. If the 7 goes by the 9, he might be at 6 by the time Carl gets back to the table.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if the 7 passes to the corner. No, I don't think so. I think he has to play the cue ball in this area to shoot the 7 in the left center.
It looks like he has an angle that if it doesn't go by, he can come towards the 7. It doesn't go by, so will he play for the side pocket or come towards it and try to break it? He's trying to play for the side pocket.
Yeah, but that's a horrible shot.
Yeah. He didn't get that ball rolling very well, did he?
No, he didn't.
And that was all in the stroke. That's the kind of shot that the stroke carries the ball and adds speed to it. And there he just had to spin.
The only great thing is that he can see, I think, the edge of the 7. And if he catches the edge, he can also still shoot it in the left side. Or has to go for that. Now I assume he will still attack here. Sending the cue ball all around. Like that.
Oh, he had plenty of edge, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, good try. In fact, he hit too much.
yeah.
Which is it's usually the case when you try to when the thin cuts like that. That's tough. Does he go for the bank here? Does he look for the safety behind the 8 all the way around the table? He goes for the safety behind the 8, and I think he's found it.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice shot by Carl there. The side pocket is a little bit in the way for the 1 real kick shot. At least if you want to shoot it in the corner.
He's going rail first again. I thought that might be possible. Let's see how if it slides enough.
Oh, wow.
Perfect shot. Beautiful shot.
Nicely done. Yes, Sasu is on fire.
Playing very well. He's given us several good shots. Straight in on the 9, and what a lead he takes now. 6-1. Now this one is getting dangerous. Alternate break format. Hard to overcome. From this point on, it's just a deeper hole for Carl.
I tell you what, George, even though this is a one-way road towards Sasu Hitamis, he is not the fastest because there's already one match finished. Within half an hour of play, a race to 9, Arseni Sevastianov from Finland has won 9-1 to, well, I try Eve Iskulali. So,
Well, I'm glad you're saying those names and I'm not this time.
well, I didn't want to
They are
pronounce
some
the names
hard ones.
because these are the really hard ones also for me. But 9-1 within half an hour, then you gotta really pace them. That's 10 frames in 30 minutes, so that's less than 3 minutes a rack, and that's also included racking time.
I believe that was the pace that I heard Dennis Grabe played at a little while ago on the last match in the loser qualification.
He did. I commented on that match too, and that was about the same time. It took the same time as this, and Dennis was amazingly good, attacking everything, running everything. So I'm very impressed with Arseni, that he also could run so many racks in this short of time. So good for you, Arseni, and I'm gonna follow your results and see how you're doing.
So a fast-paced player. It's always great to see those. They make these games so exciting when it's fast-paced. And I when I see him that fast-paced, I stop and think, all right, was there a lot of runouts involved? Well, it's alternate breaks, so that tells me a lot of games probably went short, to short combos, maybe a golden break here and there. That speeds things up, but it's great to see that.
Absolutely. Well, Carl, can you do something at this moment?
He can do it. He just feels. I saw him glance up one time when he got a little bit of a bad roll from Sasu, where he got he got hooked on a fluke actually, and he kind of looked up like, yes, that's the way things seem to be going. And now he's missed this 3-ball, and I thought he scratched on the ball.
Almost scratched, yeah. Yeah, something in his facial expression says he kind of gave up on this match. Shaking his head again. Yeah. Sitting in his chair.
Judis, at this point when I'm playing, or I tell players, just the way your opponent got to a 6-1, you can come back to a 6-6. If it happened for him, it can happen for you. And look at this. Here comes the rolls that he was thinking he was getting bad ones. There's a good one for him.
Yeah. And there were he.
Yeah, you got to stay with it. You got to stay positive, and you got to stay in the match. Did he open enough? Did he get by enough to make this? It looks like it. He's going for it. 8 ball goes by. He can cue comfortably. He's not over the balls. Can follow up 2 rails for the 8. Nicely done. And this young man from Estonia overran his position a little bit. Very makeable shot. These are shots that should be practiced. And he pockets the ball. He's lost 5 games in a row from when he won the last one. But he now trails 6-2. And now he'll be breaking the balls. And how quickly he can get close if he wins this frame. Well, now we're at 6-3. And all of a sudden, things aren't as bad as they seemed. He needs 3 to get even, and his opponent needs 3 to win the set. Nice break. Pockets the 1 in the side. Came down too far for the 2 ball. I thought he was going to have a nice shot on the 2, which would have made this rack much more playable. So he'll go to the jump cue. He did get 3 balls behind, so it's a legal break. Big shot on this 3. Position will be fairly easy on the 4 ball as it hangs over the pocket right next to the 3. And things just got pretty for Carl. Now if he doesn't complete the run out here, he's got no one to blame but himself. There's no rolls involved here. Nice long pot on the 6. Look at the shot on the 7. And it's starting to look like we're going to have the first break and run of this match to close things up, and it looks perfect. Very well played by the young Estonian. And he says, "Here I come. Look out, Sasu." Sasu to break here. Leading 6-3.
Are we going to the 10th rack here, George?
Yes, we are. A nice break and run by Carl. And very pretty, very well done.
Absolutely. So he's now back in the match, 6-3. And if Sasu does not run this, it's going to be 6-4, break around 6-5, and then we got a match already.
Yes. Now there's nothing available here, so the push will be important. Where do you push to? Down to the corner pocket on the right? The 5 ball's tied up, so you're not thinking that he went corner pocket to the left. He's going to get behind the 7. Not a good push. He's going to get it back.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh,
Sasu is going for it.
I'm surprised here.
Well, if he makes it, he's made the right call, but let's see.
Well, the key word you used was if, and the one good thing and positive thing for Sasu out of that shot was that the 2 ball got tied up. Otherwise, Carl has a very nice starting point to close that score even closer.
Yeah, the 8 ball's a little bit in the way. Yeah, that always was a danger. There was a very small edge only available of that short rail. And now the 3 ball is at the other side of the table, and the 6 is kinda in the way too, so.
Yeah, but when you put that kind of in a shot like that, that sure looks pretty
Absolutely.
and effective.
Yep. Yeah, this cloth, this Simonis cloth is grabbing a lot of speed there.
Well, when it's new, the Simonis cloth, actually most new cloth, it accentuates your draw. It seems to grab it all the way, but your follow coming off the rails seems to die off the rail because it doesn't grab the spin.
Don't want to catch
Corner.
corner.
Oh my.
The side pockets.
Oh, that might hurt his mental aspect of this game, of this match. He was strongly coming back, and now he's thinking there's no way. Or is he just laughing at the error? And it's not all error. That you know the pocket's there, but to scratch from that angle, it's a small pocket.
Well done, good shot. Has the right angle to go to the right side of the table, just above the side pocket would be perfect. Got a little bit further than I would have wanted. Still has some angle to work with. He's drawing it
He
2
can go
rails
full.
out. Yeah, he's a little bit funny there.
50-yard line.
Drawing it to the right rail to take the scratch out of the way. No. Follow through, but made it. And he punished the scratch from Carl.
And furthermore, he put a stop to his comeback. He had a 2-game comeback there, and now Sasu took advantage of the scratch with the ball in hand and ran the table out. Now leads 7-3, 2 games away from the finish line. And as you mentioned, this is a winner's qualification.
Yeah, so it's still an option to come back later if you don't manage to win this match. And that match, the losers qualification match, which will be played against Lazar Kostic, is tomorrow morning, 10:45 local time. And a good safety.
Nice. Very effective safety. He only has a one rail escape, unless he twists the ball. But I think the one rail escape is no. He's going to go for the twist.
Well, I don't
Hasn't
like the
decided.
noise count.
Yeah, no, I like this.
Yeah, hit it firm. Love it.
Oh,
Full on the
it is
nose.
full.
But not the result he wanted. This is still a chance here for Sasu. And with no side, the natural route will go towards the 6 ball.
So he'll be looking to play the 2 ball on the long pot, and he is.
Yes, yes. Got a little bit unlucky here because he's hampered by the 6 ball, and he needs to play this with a lot of jack top. And this is a tough shot. Well done. Nice shot. Didn't need to do more than he did right now. And I gotta stay at the right side of the table. Just next to the 8 ball would be a nice position. So 1 rail back to the right side of the 8. Gotta stop. Yes, that's fine. That rail did a little braking, the speed work for him.
Yeah, it kept him on the correct side of the ball so that he doesn't have to be in danger of getting behind the 7.
All looking good.
And now,
yeah, 5 more balls to get on the hill. I would love, and most probably Sasu too, to stay on the left side. To swing it around three rails, but he chose to go straight on the 6. It's gonna be a powerful draw shot here. All the way back. Draw it directly. Runs in the 8 and the 9. Bad news.
That all stems from getting straight in on the 6 ball. Straight in. The only ball you want to be straight in on is the 9 ball. The rest, just with a little angle, works wonders. 2 rail kick to the corner pocket and position on the 8 if you can hit it. You can smooth this in. I wouldn't hit it very hard. Just like that. It's not going to work, but that was the way to shoot it.
So a little let off by Sasu here in this 11th rack. And Carl will definitely be happy to pick up the pieces.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but they're Fargo scores, which we use a lot of that here in the United States, and it's growing a little bit in Europe. Carl with a 729 Fargo and Sasu with a 683. So they're not too far apart.
Yeah, and a 683 for Sasu sounds a little low to me. Of course, Fargo rating is based on the results that from the international tournaments. I don't think Sasu has a lot of them.
Correct. I was going to mention that just it's based on data. It's based on wins and losses. And I believe the algorithm that they use also can be exaggerated or not exaggerated, but depending on who you play, there's more value to the win or loss and the score against the players. So his data might be lacking.
And in the meantime, in Europe, we have a similar system now developed by qscore.com. and we can see that that system is used more and more often.
I haven't heard of that. I'd like to get into that, get a little more information on that.
Yeah, it's more a rating, of course, Fargo rating. So you've got ranking scores, and quite new is the rating system in Q-Score.
Well, you made me think of something there, so I checked it real quick. The data so far for both players, Carl has 6,246 games in the system, where Sasu only has 1,369 games in the system. But that should be a pretty fair estimate about where he plays. As he's getting better and more seasoned, that number will go up. So it's low for where he's playing now.
Yeah, most definitely. And if you ask me, so many games also says that it's data from many years. And for these young players, if you take a look for like the last 4 or 5 years, 5 years ago, Carl was 12 years old. So the end score, the outcome of the rating is a little deceiving. But at the end, it's great to have a rating system now here in Europe.
It works good. It's good to have something that you can kind of get an idea of how a player plays and the range they play at. And that's what these ratings mean to me. I would never use the rating to handicap games or tournaments. They do in the United States quite a bit. And it really limits the availability of tournaments to the better players.
Yeah, absolutely. We are no fan of that. The only thing that we say that the rating can be used to is if you are working with seeded players, like you want to seed the top 4 players in your tournament, then the rating system could be a useful tool to determine which player these are. But that's the only thing we want to use the tool for.
I totally agree with that, Judas, because the way it is out here, that the better players are kind of left out because everything is limited. For instance, it's 600 or under, 650 or under, 500 or under, and if you're a 700 rated player, unless you're playing with pros, you can't find any tournaments to play in your area. You went for it.
It's even tempting to lose on purpose just to lower your Fargo ratings. So that's not a good thing for your system, I believe. In the meantime, Sasu did miss it. And Carl is back at the table. I think cut shot.
He'll go for the cut shot. I think he will. Definitely. Undercut it. It's going to cost him, maybe. No, he's left the same type of shot.
And I think I would have taken the cut shot on the 6 to the corner, but with no side at all. No right side, just plain ball. He's drawing it at the bottom right. You see that? He's going to spin this in. I don't like that.
He doesn't like it either. Yeah, I didn't like the... Go.
No, I don't like it because this was always in. If you had it even thicker, you would never have a position. And if you had it real thin, then it's going to be really hard to find to be straight on a 9. So I would always play it with plain ball. How about you, George?
I liked your suggestion there. Definitely, just straight, just over center, and take the 4-rail position shot. Looked good. Yeah, the English on that ball is what spun it in. Plus, he hit it thick, so it really had no future.
In the meantime, indeed, George, we just saw Denis Lasovsky taking the break off in their 10th rack. He's leading 6-3 against Alexandre Florido from Portugal. And Carl has a dry break. But fortunately for him, not an easy starter on the one ball. Now, if you want to go aggressive, you could take the bank towards the right side bottom pocket and screw into the 2-ball. You could make the 2-ball 2, and the 3 is hanging there. So that could be a 2-way shot. He might be looking at it right now. And to be honest, I fancy to make the 2-ball. This is a bit too aggressive for him, I think. Going for safety. Bumped
Well, he
into
was trying to get
wall of
behind
balls.
those balls.
Yeah.
Would you consider playing the 2-ball
Not from this.
opposite with the cue ball? Not for this.
I would. No, not now. There's the cue ball going. Ooh. Another scratch there.
Well, that's not going to bode well. I mean, he's close. He's not out of this match at all. He's close. It's 7-5. He's only 2 games down. If he buckles down and grinds it out, he can find success. He plays good enough for it. That's for darn sure. He has the. He's got the game for it. He just feels he's having a bad outing.
Now, Sasso is going for the run out, and to be honest, the way the balls were lying, I wouldn't have. I would have understood if he went for a free foul. The 1 ball was down up there with the 2 and the 4, so he could easily leave the cue ball there and send the object ball, the 1 ball, towards these 5 balls. That would be a real jail shot. I will never get that out.
Jelly shot?
Jelly shot, yes, that word.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, well,
he's-
he would have put him in jail with that shot.
Yeah,
and on 2 fouls, because it's a lot of work. I'm not quite sure if he will run this out, because he needs to open up the 9 and the 7, and there's not a safety ball available after it. So it's gonna be a tough run out, and to be honest, the free foul would have, I think, 70-80% successful.
Okay. See, I like the run out here. He can go 2 rails to the left side here, catch the rail, and get almost just above the 5. And now he can break out those balls with a little bit of draw here. He'll get on the 6. See, it looks like, if he can nibble the 9 ball, yes, he can. With a good draw shot here, he'll hit the 8, the 9, and slide up for the 6 and send the 7 ball to the corner pocket. I like his shot here. He's ended up just right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like
Absolutely.
that. Get out of the way, 8 ball. Oh, that's unlucky. That is unlucky.
Yeah.
But the shot was there. I was looking at that when he was lining up on the, what was it, the ball before the 5, the 4.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You know, just if he got right on the 5, the run was there.
Yeah, there was a chance, absolutely. Now is he going to send the 8 ball, the 7 ball, 3 rails around for a snooker? Just play a stop
he
shot?
He might be able to. It looks like he is. Either that or bank the 7, but I think he's going to play it 3 rails and stop it. I would. It's the easiest shot.
Yeah, exactly like that.
It's going to go. Oh, it's not. He's perfect. Yeah, it laid perfect for that. For a moment, I thought he might have a shot to cut the 7 in.
To cut it in, yeah.
This is a makeable shot. It's going to take a little bit of spin here, maybe a tip and a half to 2 tips of English.
Just
And he used
a
a
little
little
bit
too
too
much. Now, does he have to go to short rail position, or can he make the 8-ball from the inside of it there? Just follow a little. Don't know how much room he has between the 8 and the 9. Looks like he can. Yes, he can. Actually, he can just draw this ball and play the 9-ball over towards the pocket.
Yeah, that's well judged.
Yeah, good job by Sasu. Itamis.
Yes, Sasu Hitamis. I had to look it up because my Finnish is quite poor. To be honest, I don't speak any word of Finnish. But I wanted to know how do you pronounce that, so I used Google to determine it. And Google said you pronounce it as Hitamis. So I hope
Okay.
Hitamis. So
yeah,
I'm gonna rely on Google on this one.
it's good to know that you can use Google. I just try to sound them out all the time because I don't speak any of the languages over there except for Spanish. English and Spanish is I'm limited there. And some of the Polish names get me with, I'm not sure if it's Czech or the Z's and the Y's, so it's tough.
Yeah,
it can be
that's
tough.
Absolutely. And to be honest, the first time I saw the name of Konrad Chichichin, I really was struggling in how on earth am I going to be able to pronounce it. But once you find the rhythm of the tongue, Konrad Chichichin, then you're gonna be there. But it's quite challenging indeed.
One of the things I like being on site when I'm doing commentary, because I always come up to the players and ask them how to pronounce their name. So you get Konrad Jushushin, Aloysius Yap.
Aloysius Yap. Yeah.
A lot of people think it's Aloysius, and it's just Aloysius. Is the way he told me to pronounce it. So it makes a big difference. I like being there because the players can tell you just how they like their name pronounced and the proper way to pronounce it. And
all right, Carl is gotta stay close. Gonna get close to the 6-ball, I guess. Very close.
And he's perfect to get on. Perfect to get on the 7-ball here. Did he come over enough?
I think he just did. Oh, apparently not. He's complaining at it.
He's not happy to begin. Yeah, he's
no.
not happy to begin with. I think he's going to make it. It looks like he has enough from the angle we just viewed it from.
And if it's really close, he could use quite some left spin to open up the angle. He's not doing that. He's playing it firm. No, he's going for safety.
Yeah, he didn't take any chances. I think it was a gamble to try to cut it in, so he chose wisely.
Absolutely, there was a major call to not taking it on. So that's good for Carl. Again, the side pocket is in the way for the kick shot from the right. So gotta make a choice. Looks like he can see the edge of the 7.
I kind of like kicking from the left side to try to catch the middle diamond right there on the short rail and try to make it in the corner and spin the cue ball up to the top of the table.
Yeah, I think he's going for the thin hit on the 7. You can see it directly. Send the cue ball back up.
Yeah.
Oh, you could see a lot. Could he fluke the 8 in the side? Oh, almost.
No. But one good shot by Carl here, and he can close this game out and only be 2 games behind. A very doable comeback. Why would he apologize for that? I would never apologize for that shot.
Yeah, you see that happen a lot. Like, oh, I played that very poor, and oh, I'm so lucky it still fell. That's the approach of that excuse. But I agree with you. You don't need to.
No, you're playing the ball in the pocket. Did it wobble a little bit? Did it wipe its feet? Okay, but it went in. Now at 8-6, and he's breaking. This could be a good comeback here if Carl gets his mind on the game. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, these 2 players still going at it. Lascauci Dennis and Alexandre Florido from Portugal or Portugal. Again, he's got to just he's going to try to spin it off the bottom rail. Kick it like a kick almost.
Ball. Yeah, the cue ball towards the 7. That was his objective. And didn't even get close, and therefore sold out in position. Now, what a chance for Sasu to win and close this match. The only thing is, after the 1 ball, he needs to find a few on the free ball. And I'll be happy just to see the ball full. I'll be good.
He's got a jump shot.
Yeah, and he didn't find that spot.
That was actually a delicate draw shot, because if he goes too far, he's behind the 7. In a position like that, you want to cheat the pocket and slide up the rail.
Yeah, so to be honest, he could have stayed close to the corner. The corner pocket he's aiming over now, because and leave himself a very long free ball. Oh, that's a nice jump shot.
Yeah,
well played.
Left the window there.
Yeah. That should be the winner of this match, isn't it?
Yes, it should. If he closes this out, it's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And here it comes up for the 7 ball. Come up by the side pocket with the cue ball. Now it's
all good now. Nothing to do anymore.
all good now.
So Sasu Hitamis from Finland. He's one of the 3 Finnish people who are still in there from the winners qualification side.
What a tournament we've had here in Estonia. They've played 14-1. They've played 10 ball. They've played 8 ball. And he's got himself a tough little 9 ball to move into the single elimination round.
Last 16 European Championships. And there it is. Sasu Hitamis goes on. And Carl Gradeberg has to continue at the losers round. Congratulations, Sasu. Thank you very much for joining me here, George. It was a pleasure to do the comments with you. And my name is Joris. Cheers. My name is Joris van Amersfoort. That's it for today, isn't it?
It is. It's the last match for today, and actually it's the last match for me, because I have company coming in. My grandkids are coming to stay a week, so I'm going to have a house full of kids. I can't commentate.
And you are.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure to have you here, George. And well, up to the next event. And for now, take care. Enjoy your time with your kids. People at home, enjoy your time. We still have a match going on the other live stream. You can always tune in there. It's between Denis Lashkovsky and Alexandra Florida. And if we don't see you anymore here, then I hope to see you all tomorrow back again at the European Pool Championships. Have a good night, everybody.